Kevin O'Leary, XRP Ripple is really close to capitulation. Will the open case materials be able to influence the course of the trial? How will Ripple take advantage of the new opportunities? We will answer these questions in today's video. The live XRP price today is $0.337800 USD with a 24-hour trading volume of $620,266,761 USD. We update our XRP to USD price in real time. XRP is down 151% in the last 24 hours. Welcome to the Rich Club channel. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. Giving away 500 XRP at the end of the week. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins. Take a look at the instructions in the comments section. All you need to do is write the word XRP, watch the video to the end to like and subscribe. The recent move down the channel has forced XRP to fall below some vital price points that the coin recovered last week. Alt pulled back more than 16% from July 8th and reached its 3-week low on July 13th. Over the past day, the altcoin has bounced off 16-month support near the $0.3 mark. But the Fibonacci resistance of 23.6% weakened the break above the descending channel. Given that the 50-day EMA, blue, creates obstacles to recovery, the recent pullback may help sellers retest the upper trend line of the descending channel. In this case, XRP may bounce back from the $0.31 zone in the coming sessions. The control point, PLZ red, can lay the foundation for buyers to intervene and retest the level of 23.6% near the $0.324 mark. An immediate recovery above the baseline will help buyers test the 23.6% level around $0.32. Ripple is expanding its presence in the world. This time, the global cross-border payments company Thunes has become another partner of Ripple. RippleNet money transfer platform technologies have connected Thunes with Attijariwafa Bank. Attijariwafa is one of the largest banks in Morocco, and this strategic cooperation will strengthen its position as an innovator in the banking sector of North Africa. As we wrote earlier, Attijariwafa Bank became a member of the RippleNet ecosystem in January of this year. We are excited to build on our partnership with Thunes Payments and Attijariwafa, extending RippleNet services into Morocco and the Greater MENA region. According to Thunes, this cooperation will allow 30 million customers from Morocco to receive faster, more economical and more transparent cross-border payments. Local clearing can also be used to contact customers of other Moroccan banks. The G20 TechPrint CBDC contest announced its finalists, and Ripple became one of them. The BIS Innovation Center, Bank for International Settlements, and the Bank of Indonesia published 3 operational tasks and invited a wide range of stakeholders, including innovators, entrepreneurs, developers, data specialists, and telecommunications experts from around the world, to develop innovative technological solutions for them. The statement of tasks prompted the participants to develop solutions for creating effective and reliable means of issuing, distributing, and transmitting CBDC, ensuring financial accessibility, improved interaction, and better connection of payment systems. We're excited to be shortlisted in the @BIS_org and @Bank_Indonesia G20 Challenge for our CBDC solution. 90% of central banks are exploring CBDCs, and we know their potential to advance financial inclusion and the hurdles to adopting them. Launched in April, the competition included 3 stages. The selected teams presented their ideas to the Bank of Indonesia, BIS, and specialists invited from the central banks of the world. All this took place within the framework of the Digital Economy and Finance Festival of Indonesia before the meeting of finance ministers and central bank governors of the G20 countries. In addition, they took part in a CBDC masterclass to learn about some of the CBDC projects being implemented at the BIS Innovation Center. The shortlisted teams have until August 31st to finish their prototypes, which will then be evaluated by a group of independent experts selected by the Bank of Indonesia. In October, on the eve of the G20 summit, the winners in each of the 3 categories will be determined. Almost 100 participating teams from more than 15 different countries and jurisdictions were selected. 21 finalists. Among the nominated teams are large multinational firms and more specialized fintech companies. Ripple turned out to be one of the shortlisted teams, along with MasterCard, Bitmint, and some other platforms. Former advisor to the fintech company Ripple Michael Barr appointed to the post of overseer of the Board of Governors of the U.S. Federal Reserve. Former Ripple advisor Michael Barr has been appointed head of supervision of the U.S. Federal Reserve Board of Governors. This was confirmed on the official website by the White House Press Service. Barr, as vice chairman for supervision of the Board of Governors of the U.S. Federal Reserve, will regulate both large lenders and smaller financial firms. He will also be responsible for developing a policy for regulating cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. With the appointment of Barr, the Board of Governors of the U.S. Federal Reserve is represented in full for the first time since 2013. Earlier, Barr was appointed head of the Office of the U.S. Comptroller of the Currency. As a U.S. Treasury official under the Obama administration, Barr helped draft the Dodd-Frank Act, one of the most sweeping changes to U.S. financial regulation since the Great Depression. In 2015, he also worked as an ex-advisor to the fintech company Ripple. However, it is still unclear how long Barr worked in this position, since there is no mention of a term of work in the company on his LinkedIn page. Earlier, liberal groups in the United States criticized Barr's candidacy for the post of head of the Fed regulator because of his investments in fintech companies. Earlier, Glassnode analysts came to the conclusion that the cryptocurrency market is dependent on the policy of the U.S. Federal Reserve. This is due to the fact that the influx of traditional institutional investors makes the cryptocurrency increasingly dependent on macroeconomic shocks. Such dependence, according to analysts, suggests that the path to new highs in the foreseeable future may be difficult. Yesterday, the U.S. Senate finally confirmed Michael Barr as the head of supervision of the U.S. Federal Reserve System, putting an end to a long and dramatic nomination process that stretched for 6 months. In the spring, President Joe Biden appointed Barr, a former Ripple advisor. From 2015 to 2017, Barr was on the advisory board of Ripple Labs, dealing with distributed ledger technologies, to the position of vice chairman for supervision at the Fed after Republicans and key Senator Joe Manchin opposed the original candidate Sarah Bloom Raskin. Barr worked at the Treasury Department under the Obama administration and participated in the development of the 2010 Dodd-Frank regulatory framework for financial institutions. He is a lecturer at the University of Michigan. Barr's confirmation means that the former crypto industry advisor will play a key role in overseeing financial institutions as inflation soars and markets remain volatile. The Senate voted 66 votes in favor, 28 against, to approve Barr's candidacy for a 4-year term as deputy chairman of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. 45 Democrats and 21 Republicans voted to confirm Barr. All 28 senators who voted against his confirmation were Republicans. 6 senators did not vote. The role of vice chairman for oversight is crucial to regulate our country's financial institutions to ensure fair treatment of Americans and protect the stability of our economy, old Biden said back in April when he nominated Barr. Ripple won a significant victory, as Justice of the Peace Sarah Netburn rejected the requirements of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, on attorney-client confidentiality in relation to internal electronic documents to William Hinman's speech. The documents must be submitted, she concluded. Moreover, the judge accused the commission of hypocrisy because it claimed that the speech had nothing to do with cryptocurrency regulation, while simultaneously claiming that Hinman was receiving legal advice from an SEC advisor. Judge Netburn added that the agency had taken its judicial position to achieve its goal. Hypocrisy in arguments to the court, on the one hand, that it has nothing to do with the market's understanding of how and whether the SEC will regulate cryptocurrency, and on the other hand, that Hinman applied and received legal advice from an SEC advisor when drafting his speech suggests that the SEC takes its position in the process to achieve the desired goal, and not because of loyalty to the law. The Securities and Exchange Commission wanted to use the principle of attorney-client privilege to protect internal documents related to the infamous speech about Ethereum delivered by a former high-ranking official of the agency, William Hinman. Initially, the plaintiff tried to defend the privilege of the deliberative process, but in January the agency prevented this attempt. The court determined that collecting facts from third parties is not a privileged activity. At the end of April, the Securities and Exchange Commission made another attempt to hide Hinman's emails, claiming the confidentiality of the lawyer and client. The plaintiff argued that the documents in question reflect confidential information, adding that Hinman should have been recognized as a client of SEC lawyers who gave him legal advice. The Securities and Exchange Commission also stressed that the drafting of the speech would not be available to him as a private person. However, the defendants argued that Hinman was not a client of the agency's lawyers. The evidence establishes that the predominant purpose of the communications was not to provide legal advice, the court said. What do you think are the prospects for XRP in 2023? Write your forecasts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos, and do not forget about our contest. Write in the XRP comments to add 500 XRP to your account.